Nya everyone, this is Thermite, and this is Tsuiteru Kanojo by Niku. So this is the Tsuiteru Kanojo with a period at the very end. I hope that helps differentiate it. Like, actually, I don't know why I just came up with this idea, but I haven't posted any of them yet. For Tsuiteru Kanojo, I might just include, like, the name of the author at the very end, like in brackets or something. That would work. Because, like, I do like the idea of just having multiple series all called the exact same thing on the channel, and I do want to put them all in a playlist called Tsuiteru Kanojo, but I should make it easier to figure out which one is which, like, apart from just the thumbnails. Anyways, we're really excited to keep doing this. With the other Tsuiteru Kanojo series, they all had, like, a chapter 0 or a prologue, and those were very different from the actual series. Like, with the first one, it was, like, it made it feel weird and shoujo-y and not as romantic as it really was. With the second one, it fundamentally misrepresented what I thought the series was going to be, but it did it in an artistic way. Like, I get why it did that. With this one, though, like, there is no chapter 0. They started off with chapter 1. And it was a good first chapter. I liked the premise. I like Yoshida. I like Futaba. I don't know where we're going from there. Oh, actually, I did notice that this is volume 3. I used this in the chapter 1's thumbnail. So let's look at the other two covers just quickly, like volume 1 specifically. That's cute. It's all right. I mean, not my favorite, but whatever. It looks all right. So let's start off with chapter 2. I feel like I had other thoughts, but they'll come up as I go through the chapter. I finally got a girlfriend. For me, who was approaching my 30s, finding a cute girlfriend is like a miracle. Okay, and we are starting right from the end of chapter 1. She has her swimsuit. They're going on the dates. Yoshida-san, the boxers have settled my penis. I don't know if I'd call her a klutz, though. Like, in the first chapter, I get what they're doing here. Like, this is a parallel to the first chapter. But she's not doing anything klutzy here. Like, what would I call this? Like, she's airheaded, maybe? That doesn't sound right either, honestly. Like, she's not an airhead, but this is an airheaded thing to do. Or, like, she's too open, maybe? Something like that. Like, she's a mental klutz, not a physical klutz here. Small nibble on the finger. If you think perverted things, I might just attack you. Oh boy, this girl is targeting my butthole. I've read a lot of, like cross-dresser series or series with, just two guys, but one of them is very masculine, one's very feminine. Otsuko Noko series, like, that kind of thing. I haven't read many series that are about futanari. Like, in general, I personally do not like futanari because they're basically just girls with penises. And I know the big question has been like, oh, are futanari straight? Are they gay? I think they are straight. Like, legitimately. I do, like, I've seen futanari art that I enjoy because of the penis use or because of the situation. And in the same way, like, I can enjoy, like, straight porn as well, depending on the instance or, like, depending on what it's depicting. But the girl, like, being a girl never turns me on. I always end up thinking this would be better if it was a guy. So, like, I don't seek out futanari stuff, and especially not, like, non-H series. Like, most of my futanari consumption has been, like, series that I didn't realize had futanari in them, and then they just do a chapter where it's like, oh, by the way, there's a futa here. Which is, whatever. It is what it is. It's not, like, something I hate. It's just not something I'm into either. But I am interested to see how this will, like, shake out. Because, like, she has a vagina. That's the thing. In a lot of, like, gay series or series where it is two guys and one of the guys is like, I don't know if I'm super into this. Like, I like how feminine this other boy is, but can I let him stick it in my butt? Like, there's always the reversal of, well, no, I can just always be on top, and then maybe as I get used to this, I'll let him, flip things around. But there's also that inherent thing of, like, well, you've got to do blowjobs or hand jobs, or you got to stick it in the butt, because, like, that's just how it works. That's how everything works down there. But she has a vagina. So, like, first of all, he could try to insist, like, oh no, I'm not going to touch your dick, which would feel weird. It would feel definitely like, like there's something wrong with her, which she shouldn't feel like there was something wrong with her in a relationship. That's not okay. But also, like, if she insists on fucking him, that leads to the question of, like, well, that's also not fair. Like, the fairest thing is to have sex in a way where both people are happy. So, like, it's different. It's very different, even though, like, the only difference is that she has a vagina as opposed to just being, someone with a penis and a butt. Like, it opens up this whole new world of possibilities. A needle in the beautiful flower. I'm surprised they didn't go with something like, with a thorn in the beautiful flower. I think I've seen that in a trap series before. By the way, not a fan of these boobs. Like, all right, I think that's pretty obvious. But honestly, even in the covers, let's look at these covers again. I didn't want to bring this up just because I didn't want to immediately throw people off, but like these boobs do not look good. And I know that's weird because I don't like any boobs at all whatsoever. But like I get what people like about them. And if we look at like volume 3, actually, I think these boobs look normal. Like I can see why someone would be attracted to these. Like they create this hourglass figure. They are big and like round. But like I don't get this because they look weird and like malproportions. Like I guess that's it. Like I've seen a lot of girls in real life as well. I don't think anyone has boobs like this. Like it's bizarrely proportions. I mean, part of it might be her dress, but even then, that seems wrong. And then this shot, like, to be fair, I don't think this shot looks good either. But I know I've seen this over and over again in just like, random art and stuff on Twitter. Like I know that people like this angle. So it's not that bad. But like I guess my ideal boobs as a gay man who is not attracted to boobs, my ideal boobs would be like, proportional and not too big. Like kind of like in the 3rd volume. Whereas like these look real weird. Like I guess you can allow this just because she is bracing this boob on an arm. But then this boob is just kind of like sticking out. Like there's no real thing to it. Like it should be going lower, honestly. Like it's kind of being controlled by the dress, but not really. It's kind of just sticking out at a weird angle. I don't know, like for a fan service shot, I feel like this would be weird. Though, to be fair, if I want to flip the script on it, I can see how it would be attractive in the same way that, like, there's a lot of artists I like who don't do, like, proportional male human bodies. Like, they do something super exaggerated. And I think, like, a big, bulky muscle that is not proportional at all, that is not something a real man would have, can look hot. Because, like, it gives off that feeling of musculature, of strength, of everything that a muscle signifies. So in the same way, like maybe that is the appeal of like weird exaggerated boobs. It's like they give off that boob feeling. They don't have to be accurate. They just have to feel like sexy boobs. Okay, so she's dialing it back a little. Let's have a legit date. I mean, it's not going to be a legit date, but how is this going to be messed up? Oh my. So lewd. So intensely lewd. Oh my god. It's over. Perfect. Did he come? Like, is it that, or was he just embarrassed? I mean, it could be both. It might just be that he's embarrassed. I was close to a woman's body. I couldn't control it. Yeah, he came. He absolutely came. Oh, man. Can't say I've ever been in that situation. But I mean, I can relate. I haven't been there, but I can relate. I think anyone with a dick can relate. If I don't touch her, my dick will also relax. I can't be unprepared. No, oh no! Both Futabason's top and bottom are touching me. This part goes without saying. The lower part's risky. Okay, this I can definitely relate to. But I mean, I don't think that covering it up is the issue. No one can see. Your lower part became seriously huge. I was surprised. I mean, to be fair, they haven't really ruled around, like, how to talk about it. Like, so far in the chapter, it seems like she's been pretty shameless about it. And, like, in chapter 1, she didn't seem too, like, she seemed bothered at first, but then she got very comfortable when they were shopping, so... Oh no! If you get out now, your crotch will be bad! Okay, you gotta keep her in, at any cost, even if this is the cost. Oh no. What is this fantasy, though? Why is this what jumps to his mind when he's drowning? Oof. That's yikes. That's a big yikes. Okay. I don't mind. You saved me because I had an erection. It was reassuring to have you with me. Also, if this guy is still there, like, he might just leave once she started mentioning the erection thing. By the way, was I by any chance bigger than average down there? Hmm. Well, honestly, I am so into this idea. Like, I kind of hope that they don't, like, the gag is fine, but I kind of hope that he gets more okay with the concepts. Because, like, if it's just 3 volumes of him avoiding anal sex, then that might be rough. Especially since they have an option. They can have vaginal sex. That's a thing they can do. A girl's cute can make the night. I will say, I haven't really been talking a lot about the arts. Like, the general art, it feels very average, but I do think the scan quality is really good. Like, whether this is like digital scans or if it's just really good physical scans, like I'm excited by it. It looks so good. Also, the color pages are great, like legit great. I've been talking about the proportions and stuff as if that bothers me, and it does, but like that's because that's the first thing that jumped out to me. With the other 2 Tsuiteru Kanojos that I've read, like the art definitely had problems. I was bothered by it. I am not bothered by this one at all. Also, I didn't notice this, but I guess the period at the end is symbolized by this, the male/female combined symbol. Yoshida-kun, the honorary virginity president. Today is another day I encourage you to boast of your pure body. God, in that situation, I would definitely just lose my virginity. Like, come on. Won't you immediately throw away your virginity with Futaba-chan's voluptuous and erotic body? Oh, whoa. Okay, so she knows. She definitely knows, but how much does she know? Like, does she know everything about Futaba-chan, or is it just, a little? Your insensitivity towards your very surroundings makes you unable to read the situation. Okay, so that's what she means. Also, this is one big fuck up. Like, who in the world would look at a scrunchie and immediately think, oh, it's a tissue? I mean, I guess if it is, like, a pure white scrunchie, but even then, like, why would you assume that's something accidental? My womanly heart is wounded. Your foolish acts are widely known to girls. So that's why he's the eternal virgin. Your inability to read a situation makes you unable to understand Futaba-chan's feminine heart as it is. Oh, I thought that she was definitely homosexual. Like, is she gonna make a move? Because that would honestly be really good. Like, we have someone who loves Futaba, but he has a big problem with the fact that she has a dick, versus a girl who would be into her and who might have less of a problem with that, honestly. I mean, that itself is a stereotype, but still. Okay. Jeez. I hope you get dumped by Futaba-chan. I hope you go through life as a virgin, but if it's with a beefy and macho man, then have anal sex. What a bizarre human being. What a deeply bizarre human being. But okay, so it does seem like he wants to move forward. Like, we're not going to stay in permanent, like, idiot protagonist limbo, which is fine. Okay, Futaba-san. Oh no! Jeez. I mean, he is very unaware, and honestly, like, the penis focus we've had thus far has all been from Yoshida's perspective. I just realized that. So it might be completely possible, like, that might be the subtext of this whole conversation. It might be that, like, she wants to have vaginal sex, but he's not thinking about it. Like, all he can fixate on is her dick. And because of that, he keeps on assuming, like, oh, she's gonna have anal sex with me. That might not be the case at all. That's just his perspective. Oh my god. Yeah, because that fits so deeply into his inability to read the situation, which we haven't really seen thus far. But it might have been hidden there. It might have been hidden in those chapters. But yeah, fair enough. Good to know. Like, when it comes to guys, I feel like it's not as easy as you'd expect because everyone has their personal likes and dislikes. But like, especially with the gender divide, it is very different. Like, it's difficult to understand. Like, what do girls see in guys? What do guys see in girls? Like, a lot of people have been asking me, like, hey, what is this situation sexual? Like, that's become a running joke on the channel. And I think that that comes from that perspective of, if someone is not attracted to girls, what do they think about these various girls? Like, can they see what is sexual here? Can they, understand the appeal? And I understand the appeal of wanting to know the appeal of things that you don't understand the appeal of. That's very topsy-turvy, but, like, that is legitimately really fascinating. What part of the opposite sex captivates me? That'd be sex. I wonder why you're thinking about this. If you don't do it, you can't make children. Can't rival that argument. That possibility is definitely excessive. But that's the thing, like, immediately, he didn't jump to, maybe, maybe she's horny, maybe she wants me to have vaginal sex with her. His immediate thought was, she wants to put her dick in me. I mean, because they keep on bringing it up as a joke, too, I feel like it's not going to happen. Like, either it'll happen at the end of Volume 3, like, after we've gone through a bunch of arcs, and, like, he's grown as a person, or they're not going to. But then again, he also keeps focusing on it, which, like, part of that might be the fear, part of it might be that he's interested, maybe? Oh my. All right. Well, once again, 3 chapters in a row. The punchline has been 3 for 3. My butt's in danger. Really hoping that doesn't keep on going for the entire thing. But, like, it feels like that's what we're doing. Virginity is cowardice. I mean, I don't think that's true. Definitely not. But I do understand that, like, I do think that virginity is overrated. I don't think that you should go out and immediately lose your virginity. Like, if that's something that is important to you, then yeah, sure, keep it for someone who you care about. But I do feel like our culture's fixation on virginity is real weird. It's not something that should exist because it is an arbitrary concept, and I don't think it matters. I think the amount of sex you have, depending on the situation, can say something about who you are. But I don't think that having one, the difference between 0 sex and 1 sex is like, that's a big difference. Having sex repeatedly is what changes you as a person. It's what gives you, prowess. But just losing your virginity means nothing. I think that it's extremely unhealthy to fixate upon that. Why is the president always here? Why? Why is he so insistent upon being a part of their relationship? It's so weird. But I want a drink. And yeah, honestly, she hasn't done anything wrong. Like, you're supposed to be a bit flirty and cute. And, like, I guess it is abnormal in a traditional heterosexual view for a guy to be grabbing her man's butt and to be like, oh, hey, your butt's cute. But I don't see anything wrong with that, really. Right. It's me that can't read a situation. I wonder why you love me. Oof. But to be fair, everyone around him is also saying, like, hey, you don't deserve her, so naturally he's going to develop a bit of a complex. When there's something troubling a girl, people empathize rather than compromise with the attractive ones. Okay. So, like, don't just, like, try to find a middle ground. Try to understand her. Try to sit down with her and get her, which I think that's honestly pretty good advice. Like, these two are clearly meant to have shitty advice, but that seems like a good piece. You actually are helpful once in a while. All right, so how is he? Also, we've had like quite a few pages without Futaba. Yeah, this is great. Yeah, that's true. Like in chapter 1, he was so much more open than he is right now. So they just need to do that again. And even then, like if he just outright tells her, "Hey, I don't feel comfortable having anal sex," then or like receiving anal sex, then I think she'll respond in kind. Like she might be disappointed, sure, but like you won't know unless you ask. Yeah, why did you fall in love with someone like me? Right. I think like it is jokey, but at the same time, it makes sense. Like establish this right off the bat. Okay, so how is he going to segue into this? I mean, I guess I brought this up in chapter 1 as well. The fact that she does seem to be bi, which is it's fine. And honestly, I guess like that does open up the possibility of like if she if she has this drive to have sex with women, like does she like Yoshida because he's a man, or does he like I hate that. I hate like assigning heteronormative roles to this kind of thing. But I guess I understand that from Yoshida's perspective. Like if she's attracted to women, that increases the chances that she's gonna want to use her penis. Yeah, if they take off their jackets, like they're letting me see their breasts while I walk by. It's too perverted. Come on, you can empathize, can't you? Yes, there we are. There we are. There we are. There's unexpectedly a lot of erotic factors in winter clothing. I mean, even then, like, I think there is something really powerful about a bi relationship, or about, a relationship where both people can be attracted to the same people. Like, it gives you something else to talk about. It gives you, there's something comfy about it. All right, I'll empathize, discuss my problem, build a relationship of trust. Come on, do it. I feel because of the way this is being set up, it's not going to happen, but come on. I still have the problem of an erection in the morning. You do too, right? Oh no. She got real quiet. She got real quiet. No, I mean, it is kind of sexual harassment, but also she's your girlfriend. Like, if you're dating someone, if you're in love with someone, you're allowed to sexually harass them. That's fine. You really wanted to know? Okay. Okay. No, don't run away. Yoshida, what are you doing? Why are you running away? She just said please stop properly with me. Why? Why is this option like, I can't apologize. I need to run away. Oh, okay. Her whole body is soft. Mitsketa. But okay, she's on top now. This is, by the way, I do understand how erotic this is. Like, I even get... How do I put this in a way that doesn't sound completely alien? I think that if a girl is on top, like, I get the attractiveness of a guy being on top because it emphasizes how big and powerful he is. And I think that a girl with big boobs can do the same thing, like, because her boobs present, like, more space there. Like, it's the same reason why if you're being approached by a bear, you're supposed to put your hands up to make yourself feel like you're a bigger person, like you're a bigger creature, that it's smaller than you are. I think there is something primal about that, like having big boobs being above you makes you feel smaller. Is that correct? If anyone's straight out there, please tell me. Because, like, I definitely have had that feeling with a guy straddling me. That feeling of, like, oh my god, his muscles are already big, but now they're super extra awesome big. Like, oh god damn. Yeah, why are we a couple if you won't properly talk to me? Okay, I want to know the factors that make you attracted to the opposite sex. Yeah, like, to be fair, he's also brought this up way too many times as, like, an empathizing thing. But what he really wants is just like, hey, why do you like me? Why are you attracted to me? What do you want to do with me? Okay. This is the first time I'm actually socializing with you. I can gradually see my own uselessness. Even so, I want to know why a wonderful person like you fell in love with me. I'm a bit uneasy. Oh. I love the way you can't read the mood. How should I put it? People fall in love because of their feelings. There isn't a reason. I mean, that is true in its own way. Like, if I were to try and explain specifically why I'm in love with my boyfriends, there are certain things I can point to immediately. But if I had to, like, drill down, I feel like I would eventually hit this bedrock of I don't know, because it's just a general I love this person, which I think is fine. Like, there's a lot of emotional things, especially in a relationship, where I don't think you can drill down that much before you hit, because there is this overall bedrock of love is love. Like, sometimes you're just in love with someone because you're in love with them, which feels wrong. That feels like something that you shouldn't be into. Like, it's so illogical, but love is illogical. That's what so many romances try to tell you. Like, that's what so many people throughout the ages, throughout human civilization, have tried to convey. Sometimes love is illogical. And I think that does, like, if that's all it is, then that's fine. I'm also a virgin just like you, so you're amazing, and it makes me happy. But yeah, I think that's completely fine. Like, that's a healthy way of looking at it. Why should you be ashamed? I myself have problems being a virgin at this age. Knowing that you're also a virgin really puts me at ease. Yeah, there's a lot of places to have sex, but... Okay, thank God I'm a virgin. Yoshida-san, let's lose our virginity together. I mean, I guess we can still have the jokes. Like, it still opens up the possibility of, does she want to lose her penis virginity before her vaginal virginity? You really should have anal sex with some macho man. You'd be well suited to being a masculine slave. Jesus Christ. That is rough. I mean, again, one thing that has come up a lot in just, like, I don't know, just like fiction, I guess, that I've seen, is this idea of, like, man on man sex as a humiliation thing. Like, that shows up a lot in, like, cuckolding stuff, which I don't look at, but, like, I'm aware of it. I understand it. I've seen it before. And I think I don't know, I find it really off-putting. Like, it seems extremely worrisome to correlate being gay with being humiliated / being lesser / being, garbage. Like, I mean, I don't think I need to explain that. That is inherently just not okay, right? Right? So, like, I mean, I get the joke, and I think it just makes her a shittier human being because she's willing to do that. How far have you two gone as lovers? Why? Why is everyone so into this? God damn. Why can't these two just have some time to understand each other? Why does everyone want to get into their business? Yeah, if someone who doesn't look at us, we do look wholesome. But okay, what is he? Sure, why not? A kiss is that, lips to lips, soft, warm. By the way, the phrasing in this translation is pretty rough. Like, not a big fan of it. I've been skimming over it. It doesn't bother me that much, but like that sort of recognition, that should be something like that sort of reaction. That makes way more sense. That is true. Like, it does, like, she is a very soft, timid person, but she's also been the one pushing constantly. And I do feel like a good relationship should have both parties, like, pushing equally. That is tough, though. Like, again, personal life. I'm real bad at taking charge. I'm definitely submissive. So, even though I want to be more, proactive, I want to be more of a up and at 'em guy, it's tough. So I can empathize with him. I get Yoshida. Oh, you don't have any cavities, right? Did you know cavities are spread through Is that true? Pretty sure that's a lie. I mean, I get the idea of, you're swapping bacteria, so maybe, but I don't think that's correct. Especially not cavities. Like, a cavity is a thing that takes a long time to develop. You can't just spread them. You should immediately go get maintenance, put your mind at ease, go to the dentist. What is this plot line? While you're getting your teeth checked, ask when a girl named Shinohara's shift is. What? What? Is he trying to hook him up with someone? What is going on? That and... Yeah, sure. I mean, that is fair. He didn't make an appointment. Why wouldn't you? Actually, I don't know if I could go to my dentist's office and just walk in and get an appointment. Pretty sure it's not possible. Okay. I mean, was all he doing, like, was he just trying to get into, get her number or whatever? Get her shifts? Okay. Is she one of those people who goes, like, super dom when it comes to, I can only feel more and more malice. I've had a lot of work done on my teeth, so I've definitely had one or two, dental hygienists who have been like this. Okay. I'm scarred for life. Stop it. Okay. Oh boy. Or rather, my best friend will be with us too. It's gonna be Shinohara then, right? That's definitely gonna happen. That said, I do agree with this. I think that girlfriends and boyfriends sharing mutual acquaintances, or just, if you're in a relationship, sharing mutual acquaintances it's comfy. Yeah, before marriage, it looks like we'll introduce ourselves to each other's family. All right. Oh boy, I know what's gonna happen though. I completely get it. But now, I can kiss Futaba-san whenever I want. I won't be afraid of giving her my cavities. But okay. And here we go. Here we go. I mean, can't stop now. Wow, this beautiful person. Dun dun dun. I mean, yeah, I can't believe it took him more than a moment to realize. This is my boyfriend, Yoshida Kazuki-san. Actually, I wonder what her friends think of her. Like, how many of her friends know that she's a futanari? And then on top of that, how many of her friends know that she likes guys and girls? Because so far, it seems like she's talked a lot about liking girls. But then again, like, she's been talking to Yoshida a lot. So clearly, I think she's been using that as an icebreaker. Like, why would she talk about what she likes about guys with a guy who is straight? You know? I also recently went there. It was painless, careful, and beautiful medical treatment. Her reputation is really good. Please do it again next time. I do really like this dynamic, though. Like, the fact that he doesn't constantly just think, like, oh, I'm bad. It's specifically, like, clearly he feels, like, not as confident because these two are friends. And because they are both, very beautiful. Like, I don't think that's a good thing, but I think it's an interesting dynamic. Like, it's way better than the usual things that make a guy, pause or make a guy not say things to his girlfriends. Is this what they call kinship between fellow women? And yeah, like, that Futaba likes women, so it makes total sense to ask, like, hey, I know she's your friend, but have you done anything more than friends? Like, is there anything I should know about? Which I don't think that's, like, a clingy thing to say. That's just knowing where you stand. Since back then, Hai-chan did my hair, and she'd always get angry and say, your skirt is too short. Futaba-chan, you're being too frivolous. It's dangerous. I won't look. Oh. Maybe we'll see her again? I mean, I feel like most series now then that have a character with a little sister will also just introduce the little sister at some point. Like, it's just necessary now. Oh. Futaba-chan and my name, I are the same. She's an I cup. But Tish. I do hope that by the end of this, that like Yoshida gets more of a backbone. Like right now, it's fine. He's still getting into this. He's new. He's not as confident. But like, I really, really hope that he does like learn to stand up for himself and for Futaba. Like that just makes sense. Do you not like sausages? I want one. I like sausages. Not for you, Futaba-chan. You'll be corrupted. Jesus Christ. I mean, okay, so now we know where she stands. She doesn't like sausages for herself. She won't let Futaba get the sausage. That place on the Okay. So she is way not into the penis. That said, actually, does she know about Futaba-chan? Like, I was thinking of that as just a general, like, oh, she hates men. She's not going to let Futaba have sex with men. She wants to have sex with Futaba. Does she know, though? Because I assumed so, just because they're big friends. But, like, also, you're being too frivolous. It's dangerous. I won't look. Was she never looking? Like, does she not know what's between Futaba's legs? In that case, that might actually be, like, an extra, like, layer to this. Where Futaba's like, hey, she's my best friend, but I've never been able to be truthful to her. Like, I was never able to tell her that, hey, I've got a dick. Because I'm terrified of what she might do if she knows. Huh. Let's see. Yeah, Futaba also feels the pain. Oh, that's a really good twist. Like, not twist, but, that's a cool bit of a world building. She said at the pool that she wasn't going to hot spring with her friends. Yeah. Yeah, Ai-san doesn't know about Futaba being a hermaphrodite. Okay, I see. So that's what we're doing. Like, she's going a step beyond what I thought she was going to do. It's just the general, like, she's my best friend. I, may or may not really like her. Like, she's going outright and just saying it. Like, yeah, she's my girlfriend. We are not dating, but I think of her as my girlfriend. You better stay back. It's not a healthy way to do things, but I get it. I get it. Also, wow, they put a lot of effort into these. When in love, men also change. Very true. That said, like, I assume Futaba's not going to say that she's not going to, say that she reciprocates. That's Futaba-chan's unfaithfulness. Okay. But that said, she never said, like, she's never made a move. This is clearly a lie. She's just a piece of garbage who is lying. Like, Futaba clearly is not into Yoshida just for his body. Does Futaba-san want to use me as a replacement for Ai-san who hates that male place? Didn't she want to lose her virginity with me? But that said, like, there's no way that they've ever been intimate because she would know about the penis. Okay, yeah, fuck you. Why would he break up with her? I will not break up with her. Then do you not want me to give you that photo album, Futaba-chan? I mean, would you give up your relationship with someone in exchange for a photo album of them? Situations like this are super rare, and it doesn't stop with her at home eating. Futaba-san doesn't wear a bra at home, Yeah, aren't all of these taken, like, peeping photos? There isn't one camera viewpoint. Like, these are not photos taken by someone who is in a relationship with the person they're taking photos of. I actually really do like her now. Like, at first, I was very resistant. I thought she was going to be, that character, the character that's just there to be awful and to, break up the relationship. But the fact that she's blushing here, the fact that she has, like, a more over-the-top response, I think this is actually pretty great. Like, that and the fact that Yoshida is dumb enough to actually buy this. Like, he does think, like, oh, I guess they are really lovers, sure. Collection 36? You let me see Collection 35 the other day, didn't you? So she knows about it. No though, definitely not. Yeah, please don't abandon me. I'm really, really glad that he didn't just say, I'm sorry, we have to break up. Because I hate that in any series where someone learns, like, oh, I should break up with this person. They never say the reason why. And, usually it's because there's some reason where it's like, you can't let her know. You have to break up. You have to make it think like it's, it's all your idea, whatever. It's so stupid, though. It's the worst. Why would you ever do that? Like, if you need to break up with someone, I mean, if you care about them, you need to tell them. You need to explain it. And even then, you shouldn't say, we're breaking up. You should say, okay, so here's my problem. Maybe we should break up. Like, talk about it. Ai-chan has a fear of men. Okay. I mean, understandable. Also, I really like that. Like, the transition from, Ai-chan has a fear of men. I thought it was going to get more serious, but definitely not. No, that's just what she's like. She just doesn't like boys. Whatever. That's because you're a person she can relax with, so she lets her guard down. Is that true? A place where it's hard to accept for people. What? Okay. We ran into some trouble with a guy. Okay. Well, then. Jeez. Okay, well, bad situation. That does mean, though, that Yoshida can come in. Like, I feel like because of the kind of character he is, he's not going to. Futaba's going to have to save her, but this would be a good way to score some brownie points / show that he is a good fit for Futaba. Like, it feels weird to say it, but, like, in a sense where he can show, like, hey, if Futaba were in this situation, I would protect her. Like, that might be good. Only being a good girl is boring. This series gets a lot of color pages, which is really surprising. Like, it must have been a hit right from the very start. This is also just a good look. Like, we're never going to see it in real life, or, we're not going to see it canonically, so I'm glad we got to see it at all. What the hell happened to the typesetting? It changed significantly. Is this the same group? Like, it changed so suddenly. Yep, different group. Welp. So, these were good. Bit worried about these 2 chapters. Then after that, we've got, like, Pencil Emperor seems to be doing it, like, in combination with other people. So, let's see how that goes. Like, just because the quality dropped a little bit doesn't mean I'm going to immediately drop the series. You know what? I honestly, he's wrong. He's certainly not an okay person. He is clearly way too drunk. But at the same time, I get it. I get why he's mad. Like, wouldn't anyone be pissed off by this? Like, Yoshida isn't just because he's a very passive person. But I completely understand if you just walk by someone and then a girl starts screaming at you and she insults you 3 different ways. Like, I get it. I completely get it. There are very few situations where I'd be, on a guy, on this guy's side, but I get it. Oh my god, okay. So Futaba's way stronger than we expected. Aw, it's okay. You're safe now. Ai-san was only pretending to be strong. Futaba-san is the one who protected Ai-san. That's actually a really good lesson to learn from this. Like, yeah, I didn't realize Ai-san was feigning her strength. Maybe Futaba-san is is not always that strong either. Like, clearly she is a softer person. She doesn't like taking charge, but she clearly has to because she likes Yoshida, and Yoshida's not picking up on what she's trying to lay down. I really hope that he can properly explain. Like, all he needs to ask is, hey, do you want to stick your penis in my butt? Like, that's legitimately it. It sounds so stupid when I say it out loud, but yeah. Yeah, I've been thinking about stuff like kissing her and taking the lead, but I suddenly feel ashamed. Oh, and she's going in for a kiss. It doesn't look, again, I think this is where we're going to see it. Yeah, Futaba-chan isn't into it. I really have to step up or else I'll be cheated on. Okay, I do think this is serious then. Like, this part is real. And it makes total sense. Like, I mean, why wouldn't you fall in love with Futaba when she's that incredible? We, however, hand kiss all the time. Hand kiss? Or maybe that's a contraction of hug and kiss, maybe? I mean, they are getting along. It's not perfect, but sure, it seems like they're getting along. After all, you're my prideful best friend and boyfriend. I don't think this was a skit. I'm pretty sure she was serious. I can't get the kiss of my... My brain was happy, though. I mean, I guess that's fine. But based on the current climate, based on the, overabundance of, cheating, literature and stuff, I've gotten way more sensitive to this. I definitely wouldn't be into it if my boyfriend, kissed another guy. I'd definitely be upset, but, I don't think there's anything wrong with, the classic thing of a guy who wants to see his girlfriend fuck another girl, or he wants to see her get into like weird, crazy lesbian situations. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. It feels weird. I personally am not into it, but I think in a country like from a cultural context, I think it's okay to to be aroused by that. I guess the main problem is just don't take it too far. If you take it too far, it becomes a problem. It doesn't work. Today, a heavily drunk man looking for girls barged into our store. Jesus. Okay, that's a good bait and switch. That's a fantastic bait and switch. Okay, so fair enough. I mean, I saw that he started talking about like actual stuff there, so I skipped down. But okay. Yeah, I guess it'd be better if it was handled by professionals. Yeah, I'll live with it. I'll live with it. And it does seem like someone else helps him out later on, so that's fine. Oh, is this the 0.5 chapter? No, it isn't. It's actually chapter 9. Yeah, aren't you often told you can't read the mood? But to be fair, like maybe they could become friends through that. Like because Aichan is someone who can absolutely like not just read the mood, but she's completely willing to say exactly what she's feeling. Like they wouldn't be a good pairing, but I think they could be friends. Like she could definitely help Yoshida become less of an idiot. Perhaps you developed a liking for pain and became a fetish? I wouldn't go as far as to attack a harmless man, and obviously I wouldn't think of a patient as a dirty pig. Then it would be best to have you examined. But what's impossible is still impossible. I mean... Oh! Is that it? Like, I mean, part of it's that, she did it on purpose, but is it also just because she's terrified of working on men? This treatment will be 30% more painful for sticking to vermin like Futaba-chan. Oh no, oh no! It was all a ruse! To be fair, we actually can't say whether it's a ruse or not. I'd like to assume it's a ruse, but she is a liar. She's the kind of person who would just not say that, so sure. In a lazy morning, I want to be covered in beefy machos. What? Is she into that? I thought she wasn't into men. Or actually, is this a different character? Oh my god, wait a minute. Doug, I'm so stupid. I'm so extremely stupid. Like, because it was such a sexual shot. I don't know why the machos thing didn't immediately hit me. It's, yeah, this is Yoshida. Or Yoshiko. Okay, so, it's not just an insult. She does legitimately want macho sex. That's just her fetish. Okay. Real life homos appeared. I gotta get this on camera. I want to film those legit real life homos. If only it rained beefy guys that would sodomize straight men. If only such a miracle happened. Also, these are all just straight up Yoshida. Oh boy. I mean, I'm into it. But okay, like, the fact that we've flipped over from, it's just an insult to no, this is legitimately her fetish. Like, her character's done a complete 180 to me. I still don't like that she's using it as a weapon, but still. Oh boy. What a way to learn about her crotch. Also, is this a reference? I mean, I guess, yeah, it is. What's this? Oh, whoa, what's this? That warm lump of meat inside the thin cloth under her skirt. She screamed right after I grasped it. There's no doubt, that was a dick. It was a dick. Okay. I mean, that is what you would assume. Like, in this world where futanari are not like a normal thing, you wouldn't assume that she's a futanari. Also, to be fair, that's only ever come up in the first chapter. So, like, yeah, that would make complete sense. Like, of course you would jump to that. I knew half so close, in the flesh. It's the first time I get to see one. Oh my, oh my, oh my. No, don't out her, though. Fujihei-dachi, did you go crazy for being so unpopular? I really do love their boss. He's so straightforward. She's so kinky, holy crap. With my extra thick cock, I punish bad boys till they become loose. Alright, the first day of a new routine begins. That said, like, I mean, first of all, that's not a homo couple. Just in my mind, that's not a homo couple. That is a straight couple, but one of them has a dick. But at the same time, like, this does feel like a good explanation of what Fujoshi are kind of like. Or I guess this is like, the stereotype of Fujoshi. I shouldn't speak as if the stereotype, the thing I've seen in a manga, is like, true to real life. Because this is so much more violence and like over the top than an actual relationship, than the actual relationship we were seeing in the series itself. And I think that does fit what I know of Fujoshi. The idea that they do want it to be more extreme. They want it to be more violent. Oh, she grabbed my penis. If they find out about me in the office, I might have to leave. I mean, that does make, oh boy, that's even worse actually. Yeah. Futaba-san, we have to do something. First of all, how do we blackmail her? Second of all, like, you should have grabbed her penis before this. You should have been the first. Surely I think they looked forward to indulgent sex, right? I want to see that. Okay, so she isn't the kind of person who would blackmail them. That's good. Like, I do like the wholesomeness that we have thus far. But what if I get proof of Futaba's dick and keep pestering them until they show me? Okay, so we're gonna do more like, we're going to mess around a bit more. I'm glad about that. The stairs. Shooting chansu. Also, she keeps on doing it. Futaba, you really are a klutz. Futaba, you have a penis, don't you? Oh boy. She did it. She did it. Ooh, this is some good art. Like, it does get across the feeling of this chapter. The feeling of, yeah, she's on the run. She's in danger. And of course, the gun there is meant to be evocative. Oh, and she doesn't even know the term Newhalf, so she might even agree. She might just assume that's just a term for futanari. Fujieda-san, you nympho perverts! Oh boy. The truth isn't so... Oh, obviously. I didn't even consider that. Like, I just assumed that, yeah, the flash must be on. Because that's the point. Like, that's why she's so confident. But nope, nothing's there. But I mean, that's extremely difficult. I have a hunch in that bathroom. There's a shooting chansu. But yeah, he did outright tell her, hey, don't slack off too much. And she's done no work whatsoever. What is going on? I can't believe this is like the longest arc in the series thus far. Hiding in the women's bathroom. Pervert! Pervert! But yeah, she was trying to take a picture. What in the world? What was that technique? The one who straddled me and pushed their penis in my face. That was Futaba-chan, right? If you want to take a picture of a crotch that badly, please take a picture of mine instead. Why? Like, again, if you don't know about the situation, she seems like an insane pervert. If you know about their situation, she still feels like a pervert. It doesn't matter if Futaba has a dick. Like, this is not okay. You can't do this to people. This is inherently wrong. What in the world? I was hoping to make a video of your daily intercourse with Futaba-chan's robust cock making you shriek. I'm only interested in 3D homos. Those who are satisfied with manga or books are only casual yaoi fans. Jesus Christ. They should just get her arrested. Like, call the cops. What the fuck? She is actually not okay. Yeah, you're getting a salary cut and a bonus cut. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay, so it must have happened here. Like, right here. Because he started to unbuckle. Then he naturally, I assume, pulled it back up. Then he said, you can't. Absolutely can't. Then... I think this is the moment where he noticed, but Futaba didn't notice. Like, she was still, like, eyes closed, looking at the ground or something. Then, here, like, it seemed like he was reacting to, I want to make a video. But what he was really reacting to was the fact that the boss was right behind her. It makes so much sense. Oh my god. That's, yeah. You're always having strange delusions. You must have mixed them up with reality. Oh. That's a good save. Like, regardless of whether he actually did that, like, it was set up before, And maybe he knows. Maybe he knows. Maybe he doesn't, and just wants to like distract her. He wants to diffuse this. Like either way, good move. I told him to put it in my pocket. The meaty thing I touched wasn't round. It was thinner and longer. That was a penis. I fondled it well enough. Fujita-san, stop. You're being very, very creepy. Like they should. Usually I'm not the kind of person who would say something like, hey, if you do something, like if you have misunderstanding in the workplace, you should be immediately fired. But this goes way beyond a misunderstanding. Like, she assaulted her repeatedly. Like, she should be fired, legitimately. If I knew it was going to be like this, I should have at least taken a picture of Yoshida's tiny dick and uploaded it to a gay site. Okay, well, I mean, I've gone all the way around. Like, I do think, I like her as a comedic character, but she's a fucking awful human being. I hate her. By the way, Yoshida-san, I would also like a picture of your lower body. Oh, whoa. Holy shit! Okay, that was a fucking amazing end to the arc. Holy crap. Come on, Gyoza-man, Futaba's banana. But yeah, the proofreading and the editing was so much better in this. Like, as long as Dullian is just, contributing the translation and everyone else is just, helping, like, I'm completely fine with that. But holy shit, what a good arc. I mean, I hope we don't delve back into her too soon, but the presentiment of a new encounter. See, because there is someone working on this now, I would usually think, oh, is this just, presentment? Or, is a new encounter presented? I assume presentiment is actually a real word then, even if I'm not familiar with it. No? Who's this? Wait, it's not her brother, right? It might be, actually. Like, he doesn't look as handsome here, but I mean, if he fixed himself up a bit, maybe. Okay, he a homo? You're wrong. He's my childhood friend, my friend. As long as she doesn't do anything like that arc, like if she just stays around and does this, I'll be pretty okay with him or with her. He's always been a cool, composed guy, but just like me, he's never had a girlfriend. I mean, if we're going to go all the way around, like we've already got a lesbian, we already have a Fujoshi. Like I could see him being legit gay. That might be fine. Yeah, your relationship is like mine with Ai-chan, your childhood friends. Of course, like why would she be jealous about that? But yeah, makes sense. Like she has a point. Like she's his girlfriend. Why not? Yeah, introducing my best friend to my girlfriend would be good too. Let's see. I mean, that is also a possibility. He could like try to make put the moves on Futaba. I hope it doesn't come to that. Oh boy, the reverse flirting. So clearly this happens a lot. I'm sorry, ma'am. Your old woman stink. Jesus Christ. In that case, he might be gay. Like, everyone in the series is pretty over the top, so I could see that. Also, it's gross having to touch your flabby and aged body. Holy shit, okay. That is not what I was expecting. They'll pollute my precious angels with their old woman odor. So he's into lollies. He's a lolicon. Boy, oh boy. It's enough to just stare quietly. Wait, what? Wait, is this supposed to be Futaba and Ai-chan? Like, as kids? Or is this just two random lollies? Because we do have this pose, which I feel like that's got to be Futaba then. I mean, that's not quite correct with the hair color, but maybe. Either way, that's an extremely suggestive pose for this series. Like, I guess for any other series, it wouldn't be that crazy, but for this in particular, Jesus. Is your happiness my happiness? Oh boy, this might get uncomfortable too. The other day, I took a day trip to my parents' home, and some relatives or children came to hang around. Okay. She looked so cute doing it. For a while, we just watched TV while chewing gum, but Mommy-chan wanted to blow a bubble. However, you need the knack for that kind of thing, right? It's hard for 4-year-olds. Oh, no. That's a little too pure. That's definitely a little too pure. I sure hope he didn't take it. I mean, maybe he's such a, like, if he's so like insane that he would not make the moves on her, like if that was enough to make him massively nosebleed, then maybe it's fine. Like if he's so into it that he can't ever actually touch a lolly, it might be okay. Yeah, I couldn't accept the gum mouth to mouth. That'd be a crime after all. Yes, slowly, no touch. Yeah, thank God. Because I don't know if I'd be able to handle that. That too, like, he might actually be he might be, Aichan, but, the opposite way around. Like, because Futaba is a grown woman, like, when the three of them are together, he might just go like, oh no, how disgusting. I can't believe you're with this flabby old lady. Aw, if it's someone who chose you, then she has to be a good person. Yeah, he's a lolicon, but he's a great guy. I'm looking forward to it, meeting your angelic old woman. 24 years old. But yeah, like, honestly, I think that is really cozy. Like, to have friends who have weird kinks or just weird personality traits that, you can't really tell anyone else about. Like, just because it's so weird. Like, there is something inherently very cozy about that. I also do like that we do keep on seeing that he is self-conscious. Like, it's not just pure blankness. It's outright, it's like, he second guesses whatever he does because he's so worried about screwing it up. I like, again, that's not healthy per se, but it is relatable. I will also fire myself up and dress sharp. Ah, okay. Yeah, and it would feel weird to have your friend go out, come with you to help pick out clothes for the thing that you're both, yeah. I get it. Okay. Also, I didn't actually read the text before I said all of that, but okay, so he can't even come anyways. Oh, that's a neat way of tying it all together, too. Like, that is really cool. That within the first few chapters, we already were introduced to the vast majority of the cast. It just didn't feel like we were introduced to the cast yet. Like, it's all been fleshing out those people. That's really, that's good writing. That's really good writing. Bad typesetting. I'll buy some stylish clothes. Cool enough that it won't be embarrassing when the two of us walk together. Oh boy. Kenji? They do both have blonde hair, though. Like, okay, I think it's gotta be a chapter where he's like, oh no, Kenji's luring a girl away. This is horrifying. And then it turns out at the end, no, they're related. It's fine. They're related, and he wouldn't do anything weird anyways. Kenji said he had plans. It can't be that his plans were having sexual relations with a little girl. But because we jumped right to that makes me feel like it's gonna be debunked. Doubting my longtime friend. He has his tastes, but I know more about him than anyone. Yeah, okay, fine. Is that so? Then let's go with this. Oh no! Kenji! There's no way this won't look horrifying! Oh no! Illegal relationship confirmed! Don't be rash, Kenji! Huh? Wait, what? We're living together. Are they just relatives, though? Or are we going all in with just, nah, he's actually having sex with her? We... Yeah, how old is this child? Illegal relationships are a crime! Oh, I'm around 30 myself. Okay. Kazuki, look closely around her eyes. Crow's feet. Jesus Christ. Okay, I think that's fine though. Like, yeah, he's a lolicon, but he found a girl who looks very, very young, and it's all fine. Like, clearly she's okay with it. Jesus Christ. There are circumstances, or rather, I myself didn't think I'd end up dating this middle-aged woman. Although she has the appearance of a little girl, her heart is that of an old woman, you know? These so-called legal lollies are against the aesthetics of a little girl enthusiast. When we discuss old TV shows, she normally agrees with me. A guy in his 30s. She's nagging like an old woman. She's not my type at all, but I ended up loving her. Aww. That's actually really cute. Like, just as Yoshida and Futaba have this asymmetric relationship, I think these two are really cute in their own way. Like, yeah, they have an asymmetric relationship as well. It's weird, and they both have some weird problems with it, but it works out. Okay, her name is Maria Kongo. So she is half Japanese, too. That's cool. Kazuki Oni-chan, nice to meet you. It's a bad habit I got from the time I worked for a booth. That is actually super adorable too. Like, of course he'd fall in love with her when she instinctively calls him Oni-chan. Yes, yes, yes. So it's not even the same thing as the previous arc. It is just outright a 4-person double date, and that also means that Futaba might be skeeved out as well. That'd be really cool. We haven't seen that before. Like, she's been so whole encompassingly like accepting of everything. The idea that she might be freaked out is actually really exciting. Okay. Yeah. Why do you know that I'm a virgin? Aww. They are really cute together. Oh, if that's so, then your friend is not a virgin anymore. Yeah, I mean, that said, they might still be virgins. Like, he did stop them before they went into the Love Hotel. It's completely possible that was the first time they were just, working their way up to it. Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly starting to like him a bit more. Like, he's a dickhead, not a good character. I mean, he's not a person I would like as a human being, but I think he's a fine character. Like, this is the kind of thing he does say, and he does move the plot along. And I do think, like, without him, Yoshida would definitely be, like, way further behind than he is right now. Like, at the very least, he's the impetus to make him do stuff. I ignored it back then, but even if Kenji doesn't try anything on her, it's possible that Futaba-san falls in love with him. There's no way, though. Like, again, I love that we have that setup right now of, hey, he's going to be holding himself back from calling her an old lady. At that point, there's no way in hell that she would be into him. Oh boy, change yourself. Techniques for adult men to become cool. Take her to bed tonight. And that's true. Like, at the very start he wasn't, but now he's done multiple things where he's taking the initiative, even if it doesn't feel like it. Like, she doesn't have to push everything forward now. That is really cool. So I guess the problem's going to be that he's going to be too assertive / he's going to fuck it up. Oh boy, it's time for the new cool Yoshida. Get hype. The birth of a new Yoshida. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy, what does he look like now? Jesus Christ. What are you doing? What are you doing? Follow me. Oh, he's speaking English too. Jesus Christ. I made reservations at the fashionable Macho Grill Manly Meat Festival. Why? What is this atmosphere? What is happening? No, it isn't like this at all. He's so weird. I is Yoshida Kazuki. Oh my god. Why? Is this supposed to be cool? What is happening? Nah. But yeah, they are hitting it off. My kittens, here. Hey, we have very little water. Oh my god, he's so bad at everything. Stop. Stop, Yoshida, what are you doing? No, I mustn't lose my nerve. Even though this is going wrong, all I can do is double down. In that Bible, it said that a manly man should always be overbearing. God damn. Also, oof. I mean, they also all ate very little. That's the problem. Like, if you're with someone, I know, big, advice if you're going on a date, always order something roughly equivalent to what your partner is also eating. Like, if they're having a salad, I'm not saying also get a salad, but, like, eat something that is not going to take a long time. Unless, like, the one exception is if you want to share an item or something, then definitely, get that thing and then share it between the two of you. But, like, buying a giant steak when everyone else is, eating very little, it's bad. It's rough. It makes things awkward. Yeah, why don't you tell us where we're going? What is going on? Yoshida, what are you doing? Yoshida, are you fucking retarded? Why? What is happening? Why? This is... If I were dating Yoshida, I would have broken up with him at this point. What the fuck are you doing? Yeah, we don't have any equipment. We weren't planning for this. Why? Why would you make this our first double date? You're gonna make her feet bleed. This is the worst. No. Stop. Yeah, you can't be serious. Like, clearly, she's pushing herself because she wants to make this work, but she shouldn't have to. It's alright, we'll still be friends even if you keep embarrassing yourself like this. I know this book. It's a big hit as a gag book. It's the first time I've seen someone actually taking it seriously. But yeah, I mean, legitimately, Kenji has the right idea. Like, find someone who is willing to accept you for who you are. And I mean, Futaba is willing to accept Yoshida because he's an awkward, weird guy. Like, you shouldn't have to try and be someone else for the person you love. If that's the case, then the person they love is not going to be you. It's going to be the persona you're putting on. I mean, everyone has personas you put up, but the point of love, I think, is to start stripping those down until you're able to show your barest elements to the person you love. Until both of you understand each other as well as you can. Because, like, you can't fully understand someone. Like, there's that inherent thing of people are separate. You can never fully, completely understand someone. Even people do not understand themselves. That's why we have therapy. So, like, all you can really do is find a compromise and, avoid lying. Just do not cause misunderstandings. Misunderstandings are going to come up anyways, so just don't make more of them. That's the problem with 99% of romance series. That's also the problem with, like, 99% of romances. Hey, if you do it like this, even if it's a bit forceful, a little peck should do. Also, for those of us who wanted a little guy-on-guy action, we did it. Hey, what were you two doing? I mean, from their perspective, they saw a small kiss and then hand-holding. That is pretty weird. That is suspect. Okay, we have an idea. What are we doing? Oh, that's really cool. That's also just a good icebreaker, actually. Like, he admitted what was wrong, he showed them the book, it's funny, they get to laugh at him a little bit, just enough to, to bust up his ego a tiny bit, but it's all good. Say, follow me, one more time. Okay. And yeah, like, I do like that Kenji is going off to the side telling her, like, hey, so this is what he told me. Aw, this is honestly a really nice idea for a double date, too. Let's make plans together for our next date, only the two of us this time. Oh, it's an indirect kiss. Yes, you did it. You did it. I mean, you still planted your lips on your friend before, you planted your lips on Futaba. Like, not even a kiss, like not even lip on lip, but just lip on cheek. So come on, man, step it up. God, these are some references, all right? Sure. All right, the adult Yoshida will take her on the best date ever. Come on, Yoshida, make it work. I mean, clearly the gag is going to be, it's going to be a shitty date, but I want this to happen. Come on, why can't this happen? Oh, at the company outing. First of all, why does he just have some explicit manga with him? I mean, is this a doujin? I guess not. Like, there's nothing showing, but still, that's pretty far. Don't take this kind of thing to work. But that is true. Like, yeah. He lacks persuasiveness and assertiveness. He also lacks having them come naturally to him. Like, he was forcing it last time. He shouldn't try to force it again. Dude. I mean, I guess he's way worse off because, like, he might not be a virgin. Sure. I mean, no, he is. He is canonically a virgin. So he is just worse off in every way. All right. Romantic drive. Makes sense. Sounds good. Sounds like a plan. Damn, that's a sexy car, too. Like, that is a babe magnet. I don't really, like, I know about the kind of car that gets girls, quote unquote. It's like, the kind of car that popular culture has told me gets girls. But, I actually don't know what kind of car gets guys. Like, there are cars that look appealing, but I've never thought, like, wow, that's a cool car. I sure want to get into that car and have sex with the guy driving it. I've had that opinion before with a guy, but never with the car, Whereas, like, I've always assumed that there are certain cars that make you more attractive to women. Though that might just be, like, a misunderstanding, now that I think about that. That seems like a thing that is not correct. That seems like a lie. Is that a lie? Alright. I mean, I think he's gonna screw it up just because he doesn't know how to drive it, perhaps. Yeah, because the steering wheel is on the right. Or no, that's fine. The steering wheel has to be on the right, because, it's Japan. Like, it'd be an import if it was on the left. What? Wait a minute. What is this? This is actually going well! Hey! Oh, okay. That sucks. That actually really sucks. Also, is that just a random empty garage? Like someone else's garage that you put your car into? That you put your friend's car into? But okay, so I'm glad that it wasn't like a car crash or something. It's just he doesn't know how to shut the top. If you're okay staying the night without meals, we can take you in. Okay, cool. It's not even just a random garage, so that's good. This is nice in its own right. Like they managed to go to an inn. That's actually really cool. And it's not even like it's not the winter. First of all, it's kind of weird they don't have hot springs during summer. Like, why not? Like, aren't the hot springs natural? But even then, like, I mean, obviously they wouldn't be able to do it anyways because they're, it's raining outside. If they're outdoor hot springs, you definitely can't do that while it's raining. But like, yeah, this is pretty cool. And like, because it's not the full in experience, they can still wait for that. Like, they can still do it in the winter, like once they progressed a bit more, which is kind of cool in its own right. It's like, how is this going to go wrong? Or will it? Is this going to be a chapter where the joke is that it didn't go wrong? Is this possibly like what happened in the magazine? Oh boy. Oh whoa. Aww. And she does look really good. Like, it does compliment her really nicely. And now I'm immersed in the hot water she was just in. That is extremely kinky, actually. Like, I've been in big pools with other people, and I've been, in showers that might, that I've been, that sexy people have also been in. But I've never been in the same bath that another person was just in, like an indirect bath. Actually, if sharing a cup is like an indirect kiss, then wouldn't this be like an indirect entire body fondling? Although it's night without meals, she brought some light snacks. That's really cool. Like, that is legit. Wow. I'll make some tea. Would you like an onigiri? Come on. It's a blackout. Oh my gosh, this is perfect. This is actually perfect. You've done a lot for me. That's why I ended up hoping for this. Even now, look. The way you look at that yukata has turned me on. Yes. Please take this responsibility. Come on. Go for it. I mean, even then, like, the fact that she has a dick is still going to, like, it's going to present a challenge. But that doesn't mean he has to wimp out. It doesn't mean he has to, like, find a way to not do this. He could just be a man and have sex with his girlfriends. Okay, come on. Her hot body, her hot fingers, her hot cock. She pushed me down. I mean, now's the time. Like, if you don't want her to stick her dick in you, then tell her. If if you want to set some boundaries, set the boundaries now. And, like, don't make it not sexy. Just start kissing her, start touching her, understand her body, and then, just tell her that you want to have sex with her vaginally. I mean, even with, a traditional male and a traditional female in a relationship, you would still tell your partner, like, hey, I want you to give me a blowjob, or I want to have sex with you. I want to go all the way. I want to stick it in your butt. Like, you would communicate it, so just do it. Grab it harder. Yeah, I mean, now that you've come this far, like, if you don't want to jerk her off, you just tell her. And if you do want to do it, then fucking do it. Yeah, please let me touch you too. Come on. My ass. She is going for it. That might be the case. He might have been right all along. I thought he wasn't, but maybe. I'll be gentle. Futa. Come on, tell her. I really love you. That's why I want to make our first time special. But today my butt isn't ready. So, is she hiding under the covers? Okay. Okay. So, his thought process was correct. Like, they were both on the same page. She did want to fuck him in the ass. It's just she wasn't thinking about it, which is fine in its own rights. Yeah, it's only natural to have an erection. Even so, like, don't just assume that she knows. Tell her. Outright tell her. Sodomy is the only thing I can't approve. All right, I'll prepare myself so that by the time of the company outing, I can make love to Futaba-san just like an adult man. Even then, why? Why not try to fucking have sex with her? Why are you so stupid? Oh my god. I'm not usually this mad, but then, like, it's not even like he's being a bad protagonist. Like, I expected worse than this. But the fact that he's reasonable enough and now he's just stopping here is the worst. Oh my god, Yoshida, what the hell? If I was the woman in this relationship, I'd give her my virginity right away. Why am I even a man? I do appreciate that too. Like, she's done nothing wrong. I do kind of expect her at some point to snap and say, like, "Hey, I've been doing everything. Why won't you be reasonable with me?" But at the same time, like, I get it. I am glad that at the very least he understands. Like, hey, I'm extremely lucky. Oh boy, we're hitting those study vibes too. Like, I do appreciate that we have so many of these images with her in just different outfits. I think that is common in a lot of like romance series. It's just I don't read a lot of romance series. But like, it is cool to see all these different possibilities of what could have been. Since I regained use to my hand, it's like I can still feel that. The feeling of Futava's erection. That's okay, that's also a really sexy image right there. But yeah, she seriously wants to stick it inside me. It wasn't a joke. If she finds her chance, she's gonna take it. She wants her dick inside me. Yeah, like, you gotta either put up or shut up. Or, like, just outright tell her, hey, I don't want it in my butt, but I'm willing to compromise. Like, at the very least, you gotta compromise. Know the opponent like you'd know yourself. If you can do that, you can avoid spiky situations like those, maybe. Okay, let's see. Anal sex, men. I need to know how to have anal sex. I mean, that's also like a very real possibility. Like, I'm glad that he's willing to look in it and like see, like, okay, can I do this? Like, is it okay? I need it to stop being afraid when the time comes. Oh, this is. I want to do it with you so much. I grew a dick. Isn't that wonderful? All right. I get it already. Let's use this later. You get used to it over the months and slowly train yourself. I would be so into it if he actually does that. Like, if he actually gets a toy and slowly, like, works up to it so that by the time she wants to do it with him, it actually works out. Yeah, it must be because she likes me for her to get that hard. Traps? Cross-dressing. Oh, there's those cute ones like this, too. It might be all right if they're this cute. Let's take a look. Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh, wait, what? Wait, really? It's the size of a Monster Energy drink. I don't have any monsters around me. I do have that can of beer. This is like roughly equivalent to a Monster Energy. So, like, that big. Damn, she's actually really big. Like, or I guess even if the length isn't the case, like, the thickness should be about right. Could I do this? Yeah, I think I could take this. Like, it would be tough, though. Like, it's definitely not beginner-sized, but I think it's doable. All right, new mission. Let's go run some homoerotic DVDs. Jesus Christ. I mean, I think we're definitely building up to, I forgot her name already, but Fujoshi Girl. Like, she's definitely going to catch him doing this, right? Yep, there we are. Honestly, I thought it was going to be like after he'd picked up a bunch of gay stuff first. Let me guess, you wanted to rent some gay porn to use in your nightly activities, but you were too embarrassed to go to a place near your house. Oh. Okay, that's actually really good to know. I just buy everything online. Watching them online is the most convenient, but there's times when you want the real thing in your hands. I didn't know! Okay. I mean, she might legitimately be useful here. It does open up the, oh boy, that's kinky. That is kinky. But like, it does open up the possibility of her being an ally. An ally of gayness. But I mean, she's kind of an awful human being, so I wouldn't even want her to be an ally in that capacity. Pretty kinky. Like, I've never been super into food play. How do I put this? I don't like smearing things on people. I think that's gross. But the idea of feeding someone something, especially if it is like this, if it's super like fancy, I think that is pretty attractive in its own right. It's a combination of like the food is super like fancy and like ornate, and the clothing's super fancy and ornate. And then if there's like a tiny bit of spillage, but if it gets super wild, then no, that's a bit too much. You wanted them as reference, right? For when you get railed. She's not wrong now. That's the thing. She's actually not wrong. He's my little brother. What? You look nothing alike. Oh my god. They really do look like polar opposites. Can you lend me your bike? He needs to buy some gay porn. He's just embarrassed. Come on, I'll buy you lunch. And again, honestly, like, it's pretty possible. All right, so he's stranded out in a place where you can buy gay porn. If you just told me the place, it could have gone by train. Okay, oh, wait a minute. So they didn't even pick him up and then take him over. They just went there themselves, and then he had to get a taxi to tail them. What? That is so bizarre. Yeah, why not? Why didn't they just tell him? Okay, let's see. You can't ask a working man to enter a place like this. You don't understand. We're here because Yoshida wants to get railed in the ass. Okay, there's nothing wrong with having certain tastes. He's actually surprisingly cool. I mean, to be fair, he does have her as a sister, so, like, he has to have calmed down, like, he has to be more okay with gay stuff than usual. Just for the sake of having to put up with her. Alright, the real deal begins now. Let's look for gay DVDs. I mean, I assume it's B1 then? Like, that's his DVD Blu-ray on it, but this has a lot of floors. Nope, it's not like I have any interest in anal anyway. Also, these are all individual floors. Like, there's a whole floor just for sex dolls. There's a whole floor just for joke gifts. That's kind of wild. Like, there's a whole floor just for anal stuff, like, not even counting normal vibrators, which you can also use in the butts. Like, what? Oh my gosh. And also, like, he knows the width, if not the length, so he can find one that's relatively realistic. Oh my god. Was he saying all of this out loud? Jesus Christ. Let's have sex while I'm wearing cat ears. I want a tail too. Oh boy. And coming out of the gay store, she's walking in. I mean, clearly she probably wants, sex toys, maybe. I don't know. She seems too pure for that, honestly. Like, I'm not super into the whole idea of, purity with waifus. Like, why not? Why not? It doesn't matter. Like, fuck it. But I could see that being a thing here. Like she can't be going in there for dildos because she's too pure. Maybe, perhaps. Oh, my vacuum cleaner broke down. Hey, Ice here. You won't fool me. You wanted to fool the pure and innocent Futaba and lead her into this den of depravity. I mean, yeah, she is not an idiot. She was able to tell immediately that he walked out of a goddamn, 8-story porn place. Men are such pigs. Even though he looks like his head is completely empty, he's constantly thinking of sex. Okay. Yeah, what did you really come here to buy? I can't tell her that I came here to buy gay porn just so I could ensure my dominant role in the bedroom. Okay, that's fair though. Like, he saw a straight couple going in for cosplay stuff, so why not? But yeah, I mean, honestly, why not? Why not get her something that allows her dick to breathe? But what about you? Yeah, mine won't fit. They're too small. Oh my god, Catgirl maid! Oh my god! The ears, the tail, the maid outfit. I'm not a big fan of this maid outfit, honestly. Like, It probably comes to no surprise, but I do like shorter chest lines when it comes to maid outfits. But like, it's fine in its own right. She does look good in it. The ears are also a bit too big. Like, they're too floppy, but they're cute. They're cute. I want to know so much more about you. Aww. Good manners for anal sex. To avoid hurting your partner, keep your nails short. Very, very true. My nails are too long right now, but to be fair, I know, like, I'm luckily in a place right now where I know when I'm going to have sex and when I'm not, and when I'm not, I'm allowed to have long nails. Let me have them. Let me enjoy my long nails. Yep, so she took it, or she bought it at the very least. Let's do it sometime. This cat-eared maid will eat you up, master. Oh, did she put down the book? Good to know, though. Ah. So she trimmed them. She read the book. She knows. She knows. He has no idea. Like, now that we've built it up, and now that we know for sure that, like, it's not, like, she is inherently, like, she wants to fuck him. She wants to stick her dick inside of his ass. Like, now that we know that for sure, I want her to do it. Like, that's been the arc of the series now. It went from being a possible misunderstanding to being, nope, not a misunderstanding. That's happening. That is the point. Oh, yeah, he never did get back to her about that. Will you please organize a matchmaking party? Oh boy, that would crash and burn so hard. No, oh no. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What are you guys doing? Is it gathering of fit guys? I mean, yeah, they've got 3 girls already. But why are you so keen? I mean, I assume it's literally just she wants everyone else to get together. Like, she herself does not want to get with anyone else. Okay. They're all jocks. All right, so I mean, I feel like that's also just kind of bad manners for a matchmaking party in the first place. But I guess that, like, it does make sense to have an actual host, like someone who is not going to hook up with anyone else. Like, they manage to stay neutral. But fair enough. Like, even if they're not going to actually hook up, like, it's still fun. There's some banter here. When are we playing the king game? Oh no! Oh no! It's time for the king game. 1 in 5 have to kiss passionately. It's an order from the king. I do wish we could see, like, the wholly uncut Fujieta cut of this, where we don't look at all Yoshida and Futaba, and it's all just men kissing. Okay, that also makes sense. Like, I didn't really know what the host did. I assumed, like, when they first said it, I assumed it was just like, they're just going to make things run, but they're also participating. It makes a lot of sense to have someone who is just inherently making everything work, and they're not part of the matchmaking at all. Like, that does make sense. It's a cool idea. I've heard of, people going out on, like, a big mixer or whatever, but I've never heard of this kind of situation where you have someone like this to keep everything flowing. Hey, Yoshida, did you manage to buy it? The gay porn. Oh boy. He's interested in anal sex. Oh boy. No, they're cute boys nowadays, so. Oh no. Oh no. Oh boy. Things are really coming to a head. I love this. They're actually tying together all the plot lines thus far into one thing. This is great. Sorry about my family member bothering you last time. I won't let her stop you from buying gay porn again. They're really hammering it in. I've already decided to offer my first time to Yoshida-san. Yep, we are going right in. No cheating, no cucking. Right in. Yeah, what are you doing confessing to her? She introduced herself by saying she had a boyfriend. Motherfucker, get down. All right. Aww. I mean, that is also a very lovey-dovey thing to do. I really appreciate it when a couple is capable of saying extreme stuff about each other because they know they're both okay with it. This is dangerous. Like, anything involving a guy in a relationship and just a single girl is always scary to me. It can lead to, like, bad misunderstandings. That's really it. I don't want misunderstandings to happen again. Okay, so she even said, like, I never thought she'd be like that when she's drunk. She's so bold. So we didn't even get to really see it. Okay, so he got the email address by giving daily reports. Okay, fair enough. I mean, that's fine because he's not going to do anything too weird. The whole porn thing, I think, is going to be a bit weird. Oh, there's a woman waiting outside for you. Okay, so Inoue is here. What happened last night then? Because like we didn't see it. We specifically didn't see it, and because of that, I assumed definitely nothing happened. But that doesn't seem to be the case. It seems like something definitely happened. Yeah, he has a sore back. She seems strangely happy. I mean, I'm hoping it's not like a situation where she has the wrong idea. I'm hoping it is this. Like everyone else has the wrong idea, but she just wants to come here and say thanks for being a gentleman. Yes, let's not greet her. Let's not communicate. Just see how it develops. Hmm. Okay. Recipient. Subject, Re, I won't forgive him for this. Tell me more. But okay. So what could this be? Hmm. I mean, she's been completely trusting up until now, so I think it's fine that before the series ends, she gets an actual arc where she's, less trustful. Plus, we haven't had a whole lot like from her perspective. Most of it has come from Yoshida's perspective. So I think it makes sense to get a Futaba focus thing where we don't get to see what Yoshida's doing. Because like that also roots us in her perspective. Maybe we'll see a little more about what she likes about him. It makes sense. Okay. Uh yeah, I mean, those are some high riding booty shorts, sure. Also, hmm. No, even then, I mean, it could be innocent. She could just be like wearing a necklace or something. Or it could legitimately just be that, she's wearing something low cuts. Huh. See, this is a bit more suspect. This Seiya business is a total nuisance. Oh my gosh, that's true. That's actually a really good callback. Because again, she doesn't see it as anything intimate. Oh, I just realized. Onoe is probably a guy, or like a crossdresser. That's probably it. Because that's why he like that would explain why he was constantly looking. She's very flat, but he would still be like, hey, this looks good or whatnot, something like that. Okay, the place it ended up is a men's clothes section. Or actually, what if she's like a trans man? That would also work. If it's something like, you're very manly, I want to learn more about that or something. Hmm. No. I understand her wanting to buy new clothes. Okay, I mean, this might also just be like they hit it off, they have a good relationship, and he wanted to get advice because we had that arc before where he couldn't get advice from Kenji. So maybe he's just trying to like expand his network of people who are like who he can rely on. The jewelry section. This time, Inoue-chan's choosing. Again, it's got to be something for Futaba. This is such a classic arc. Like, it's one of those things where if I weren't familiar with the medium, I think I'd be a lot more upset about this, a little more worried. But because I've seen this so many times, and I'm certain that he's doing nothing wrong, I can focus more on the, like, most likely the fluffy aspect of this. Wait a minute. Is this just a store that sells condoms? It doesn't seem like it sells anything else. Oh boy. I mean, this is fair though. At least ask. Okay. Oh, it was because my top size sticker on it. Okay. Okay. Hmm. I don't know what girls like, so I got no sense to choose for me. All right. So it wasn't even as serious as I thought. Like I was thinking maybe even a wedding ring or something, but I mean that would have been way too fast. So this works. This works. That's probably because he lifted her. Okay, yes, that makes sense. Oh, I hadn't considered that at all. So she's already taken. And so they went out just to see, like, okay, hey, you have a similar taste to my boyfriend. What would you like? Or what do you think he would like? Ah, I mean, that's pretty, like, that's understandable. Like, who would go to a mixer if they don't have, if they aren't already single? Like, that's a concept that did not even occur to me until just now. Okay, that ended extremely wholesomely. Her boyfriend can't do anything about the age gap. He won't dislike her because of that, will he? Oh boy. Hmm. Okay, that is. Her strike zone is men over 70. Is that? I don't think that's what a panther is. I'm pretty sure cougar and then everything above that, like, it refers to older women, though. Like, the bigger the cat, the older the lady. Like, I'm pretty sure that. Is there a term for that? For, like, younger girls who like older guys? I'm sure there is. But boy, oh boy. I mean, I guess that is a theme of the series, though. It is these atypical couples. All right, moving on to chapter 23. What is this? Gotta say, I've been very impressed with the artist. Like, the general art has been, nothing that blows my mind, but it's been consistently good. And then the color pages have all been great. This is very, like, out of style for him, but it still really works. Like, I'm always interested when a mangaka wants, tries to do something more abstract or more, like, out of their strike zone. But I think this works really well. Like, if someone had told me, like, hey, like, if someone asks if this was the mangaka or a fan, I would have said this is a fan thing. I mean, without, Niku Presents and this, like, if I had a cleaner version of this, I would have definitely thought this was fan work. She might look sharp at work, but her loungewear is rather casual. Don't you dare. What are you doing? It's okay. We're gonna kiss in the fall. I mean, again, I don't agree with him. I think he's wrong, but at the same time, waiting that long to kiss is pretty nuts. I mean, I guess it is just different social mores. But then again, this isn't like it's a Japanese thing. I mean, I guess it is. The first kiss is more important in Japan than it is in the US or Canada or whatever. But even then, like, waiting this long just for the first kiss seems extremely excessive. Oh, okay. Go to her house, have some cooking. That sounds fantastic. All right. I mean, she's still a bit too perfect, so they could go for the, she's a lousy cook angle. But I don't think that's the case. I think she's going to just remain amazing. I mean, because he's fantasizing about this, I feel like she's gotta definitely screw something up, right? Ooh, and then, oh boy, oh boy. Hmm. Could this mean I'm the one being cooked? This is my girlfriend's territory. Oh boy. I mean, at this point, again, it's the same as if this were a straight relation, like a normal guy, normal girl relationship. It's not for me, but I can't say it's bad. I understand the appeal perfectly. Also, Naked Apron, perfect. Oof. I cannot deny the power of the Naked Apron. I think not anyone can pull it off, but it's a powerful style. How can I, Vader? How can I protect my ass? I mean, I feel like at some point he's got to finally give up and decide, like, no, nope, it's fine. This is just gonna happen. Wait a minute. What do these say? Okay, so she's been reading up on it. Like, I think this is a bit too much. I think this is most likely just innocent art, but these are not innocent. Like, and we know she wants to go for it. I'll think of defensive plan in the toilets. But okay. Hmm. Oh my. Okay, so it's meringue sauce, but I added crab. That does sound really good. I've never been. I mean, I do curries quite a bit, but I haven't really explored a lot of other like toppings to put on rice. Ah, I'm a total Ryaiju right now. I'm living an enriching life. I have never seen that term before. I feel like it's like because it's untranslated, it feels like it's something that you're supposed to know if you're a weeb, and I don't know that. So that's good. That's good. That's a nice learning experience. I feel like this has to be the end game. I don't remember how many chapters we have left, but it's not many. So I think this has got to be it. Like either he nuts up or he finally explains like, "Hey, here are my limits." Hmm. Okay. Also, I think that's actually really smart. It's like I still haven't done the whole, watch a rom com with the person you love thing. I think that's a very hit or miss thing because it depends on the rom com. Like you don't want to use one you've already seen because you want that new experience, that fresh experience, as opposed to having seen it before and then the other person's the only one reacting to it. But at the same time, like I think romances are very hit and miss. So you don't want to choose one that's really bad or that has like a scene that might make everyone uncomfortable. So I think action's honestly a lot better. Or a lot more like it's a better sell. I'm alone with my girlfriend in her room. Maybe today we can kiss. Hmm. Okay, come on, Yoshida, do not mess this up. Ah, please take responsibility. Okay, it's happening again. Ah. And she's still brushing it off, but come on, please make a tiny bit of progress. Hmm. Because of how melancholy this is, and like she had the outfit hung up and everything, I think we're finally going to follow her for the last like chapter or two at least. Like I think we're going to see how this has truly like hurt her. Oh my god, this color page. Seriously, I'm so glad that the series was apparently doing well enough to get this many color pages. And also it was that the mangaka was good enough to like do many color pages in sequence. Cuz dear god, that is gorgeous. Okay. I mean, she acts like she's not angry, but I feel like that must have really messed her up. That last panel especially really hurts. I mean, that makes sense. And I mean, as much as I've disliked him as a character, I think he's finally like he's saying something completely correct here. Like, what do you eventually want to do? You can't just put it off forever. Like, if you truly love her, you're going to have to do it eventually. Like either you're going to have to do it or you're going to have to talk about it at the very least. You can't just keep stringing her along. You can't stay in this safe area where nothing really happens. I I've realized recently that like I really like that in stories, but it doesn't work in real life. Like that's why I like harem series, for instance, because in a good harem series, you do have like a long period where you have that area with a bunch of people, and so you get to enjoy it vicariously through the main character. You get to see like, all right, so I could be like this to this person, I could be like this to this person. This is how I would be on a date with this person. Like it is fun, but you can't do that consistently. Like that's why so many romance series like push it, wait so long to do the proper confession because they want to linger in that moment for too long because that moment is so exciting, it's so tempting. But fundamentally, it doesn't work. Like you can't do it for long enough, and that's why people who enjoy a romance series and harem series and whatnot do get annoyed if a series goes on for a long time and nothing happens. Like the fluff is good, but sometimes you need to go forward. At some point, the fluff has to end. It's not just her looks. I love her personality and manliness too. I just don't want to hurt her. Yeah, tell her. Explain it. You two are both honest, so unless something really serious happens, it won't get complicated. So you gotta make it complicated. You have to be the bigger person. Or not even the bigger person, just like she can't push forever. You have to push at some point. One smooch and he'll be solved instantly. I don't think that's quite the case though. Like you still have to talk about this properly. Okay, come on. All right. So didn't do it right there, but They went to the beach. Now come on, you have to close it. Please, please, please. Okay. Oh. Okay, I was afraid we were going to get really, really like dramatic slash serious with his injury, but no. Okay, this is fine. And she truly looks gorgeous there. Hey, Yoshida-san. There we. Okay, they did it. They did it. Like because we had this shot, I was panicking for a moment. Like, did they not actually lock lips? Okay, they did it though. They got their first kiss. Oof, big oof. I can't say I didn't see it coming though, but like, ah, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, it's not that I dislike you now, but I think that'd be better for both of us. I just don't want you to know. What's that though? What could she mean by that? I just don't want you to know. Huh. She said she's tired after doing a big clean out removing clutter, but I never thought you're the one who was removed. Ah. Yeah, so most likely this is another like this is some miscommunication. She's doing it because she thinks it's what you want or what will be best for you, but it's not. There's something I've been suspecting. Hmm. No, even then, like very clearly, like it's not working out. Like regardless of whether this is true or not, like it isn't. But he may as well be impotent because it's not working out. They're not compatible. Hmm. Okay. I mean, I just wanted to have a normal relationship with Futaba-san, but she was for futanari, and despite not being normal at all, I became more and more attracted to her. Like everything about her is good except for that. Hmm. Okay. All right. Come on. Find her. Hmm. Okay. Oh, okay. That's actually a really clever. Yeah. Like that's why she can't move. We're injecting a little more comedy into it, and this is something that the two of them can bond over. Like they've bonded repeatedly over her boners, so they can finally do it here. Ah, I completely get it. Like, plus she's never brought it up, but now I can think back to all those scenes that we've seen her in, and like, yeah, I get why she would be hurt by it, because even though clearly he never said anything bad about it, he was clearly acting repulsed. He was clearly, stepping away when things got serious. Like, what else would she take away from that? She took away, like, that he wasn't ready for her, or that he didn't like her sexually, and he didn't like her sexually. She's not wrong in the slightest. And there is a big difference there. Like, if he's not willing to accept her, then they should break up, like, legitimately. I hope they don't. I'm sure they won't. I think he's finally come to his senses, but if that were the case, like, so he went for it. He actually went over to grab it. Although I think it's big. It doesn't matter if you're futanari. I just lack preparedness. So I still want my first time to be with you. I want to keep being your boyfriend. Oh, man. Oh my god. I can't believe. I mean, we didn't really see anything, but still, that was way more explicit than I actually expected. Like from a non-H manga. It seems I was able to convey my feelings to her, but I accepted her feelings with my face. Oh boy. So they didn't end up actually doing it. And it does seem like she is enjoying this ambiguity. Like before it was it was up for grabs. It was up for like, who knows? Maybe she's just, bad at talking about it. Maybe she isn't. Nah, she knows what she's doing. I can agree with that. Like, I mean, honestly, I think it could be an all-time classic, like for the genre. And it has been a fun ride, covered, familiar rom-com territory with some genuinely unique themes. I like it's not as good as some of the like crossdresser series I've seen, which did basically the same thing. The fact that she doesn't, the fact that she does have something else didn't really change most of the series, like compared to a cross-dressing series or a gender swap series or something to that effect. It was fundamentally as if she had purely male anatomy. It came up like twice in the entire series that she didn't. Okay. Please consider supporting the artist with the newly commenced full H sequel. Okay, so that explains this. Please let me hold you Futaba-san. Not sure what this is though. I think it might legitimately be like, this is the fully explicit one, this is the not so explicit one. But then I don't know why you would translate both of them. I don't know why you would write both of them if that were the case. In any case, neither of them are called Tsuiteru Kanojos, so I might do them on the channel. I have no real reason not to do super explicit stuff. They could demonetize me. It's fine. My channel is not monetized in the first place. But that is it for this reaction for sure. I did not think I was going to do the whole thing in like 2 sittings. I did change halfway through. I'm pretty sure my shirt's different. But yeah. Overall, definitely my favorite of the 3. To do a full, not recap, because you may have not seen the other 2. I don't want to spoil anything. But I read this one first. This was pretty okay. Very average overall. It was better than I expected. It started off being scary, early 2000s Tokyo pop baits, and then it turned out to be just a bit better. Not amazing, but just a bit better. Tsuiteru Kanojo, this one was not as good as I expected. I was expecting something different from it, and even taking it for what it was still average. Honestly, not as good as this. And then Niku's Tsuiteru Kanojo, probably the best. Legitimately the best. Also, so, where they're finally taking that step. What is the other one, then? Okay. Story comes from 11. Wait, continues from 11? From 11? So from here, or not that, it would start at 10. It's what was this? Yeah, this whole arc. The Fujieda-san arc. Anyways, weird, but I guess I'll read both of them. There's not a whole lot of chapters from that one. There's not a lot of chapters from this one. So I guess I might just do both of them in an update or something. Overall, though, really fantastic. I think my ranking would be a lot more skewed if I could remember the trap manga I've read more commonly. I've been trying to dance around that term because I know it's insensitive, but yeah. I've read quite a few. I think they're genuinely better. I think they're better handled as well, because usually the guy is less terrified / they focus on other things, not just the sex. They focus more on my favorite parts of this were the parts where they had to deal with her erections, or they had to deal with other couples with weird dynamics. Those were pretty great. Honestly, I think the erection humor was the weakest part. I just said it was my favorites, but I was thinking that mostly in the sense of the first chapter, which I really liked, had that. The last chapter did, the pool chapter did, but that wasn't really my favorite part of it. I kind of just wish there was less anxiety around it. It felt like Yoshida had to it felt like there was some invisible wall holding him back, that his mind wasn't working quite properly. And I think part of that's just because I'm coming into this with a different idea of the subject matter than he was. He's a much more normal person. Maybe he was reacting more so the way that a normal person would. But I don't know. It just felt weird. I guess if I were in that situation and if I were straight, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But I am aware that my viewpoint is obviously skewed. So anyways, good manga. Probably my favorite, absolutely my favorite Tsuiteru Kanojo. Will definitely read the sequels. I will record it, depending on what the content in them is like. I may or may not put it on the channel. I'm trying to do less, gory stuff, and I guess I should also avoid, more explicit stuff as well. But we'll see. We'll see. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. This was a fantastic time. Thanks for putting up with this, this exercise in reading Tsuiteru Kanojo series. All 3 of them, plus the chapter 1s. Probably, definitely not the most popular stuff on the channel. But I mean, it's my channel. If I want to do something like this, no one can stop me. I'm unstoppable. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Bye for now. Nya nya.